Relationship regret number 242. Marrying really young. I was 22, she said. He was 28. I should have waited until I was at least 24, out of school, had money to pay my own way if I needed to escape, which I wanted to. He drank heavily, was verbally abusive, and changed dramatically after we were married. Regret number 243. I regret allowing my husband to objectify me by showing me off to his friends as the trophy wife and not his wife. I wasn't a person, but an object of beauty put on a pedestal. He had a fragile ego, that's what I found out. He never saw me for me. He expected too much since a trophy wife is a perfect wife. I misunderstood his flattery in the beginning when we first started dating, and now he's just turned into some kind of creepy, possessive monster. I want out. Regret number 244. My regret is that I didn't want to be wrong or feel embarrassed if I was rejected. So I didn't take a chance on love. I now live with the fact that I'll never know what could have been. That pain of not knowing is a pain that can last a lifetime because you can't turn back time. Regret number 245. Not paying attention to the little things can add up over the years and wear you both down. When you don't deal with problems early on, you can gradually grow apart until both parties stop talking to each other and take each other for granted. Wow, talk about an empty relationship. You become like two ships passing in the night, and that's all. Relationship regret number 246. I regret marrying someone who couldn't handle our finances. I made the money and she spent it like it was going out of style. She was always pressuring me to buy expensive items we didn't need. I loved her, but at one point she finally broke me. Literally. I divorced her because I couldn't take all of her demands for more money. When you don't participate in the financial planning in a marriage or a relationship, such as budgeting and bill paying, then you have no respect for money. Money doesn't grow on trees, and there's no excuse when you claim to be naive to money management in any partnership. Relationship regret number 247. Expecting the other person in the relationship to give what I needed in life: love, happiness, affection, etc. Expecting them. I wasn't giving them that because I didn't have those things inside myself to give. I wasn't wired that way. I enjoyed being on the receiving end, but I didn't know about giving. I found this out all too soon when we broke up. It takes two to make a success of any relationship: give and receive. Relationship regret number 248. Not making time for us, a married couple, to spend intimate time together. Make sure the kids' homework is done, take them to doctors and dentists and sleepovers and all the other activities, but don't neglect hubby, ladies out there, or the missus, for you gents out there. Hey, love your kids, but one day they'll be out the door, and if you didn't spend time focusing on your marriage, you'll not only become empty nesters, but you might come up empty-handed. A husband and a wife should come first. You owe it to yourselves and your children. You don't want them living with a single parent or a step-parent, do you? So take good care of each other as the married couple. Make time for each other. Regret number 249. I regret not spending more time with the love of my life while she was still with me alive. I worked while she had her job and her hobbies too, and then one day she was gone. Sad and unexpected things happen in life when you least expect them. Spend every waking moment grateful for each other and cherish your time together in each other's presence. Regret number 250. On our first date, we went to dinner. He was home on leave from the military, she said. Afterwards, driving down the street, he asked what I was doing for the rest of my life. I was 20 and hadn't really thought about it. He asked me to marry him. I thought about it, for a minute, wondering, what if no one ever asks me? So, lacking confidence and self-esteem, I said, okay. 6 months later, we got married. While I don't regret the 2 children we had, I do regret every day I spent with him. He was physically and verbally abusive, not only to me, but the children. When he turned on our 6-year-old son one day, I suddenly came into my own and knew we had to get out. Regrets? Yes. Hard lessons learned? Yes. Best decision I ever made leaving? Absolutely. Regret number 251. I regret that I only showed her affection privately and never in front of friends or family. It wasn't that I wasn't proud to have her as my wife. I was just kind of a private person. But on the contrary, she was proud of me and demonstrated it. Although I enjoyed it, I didn't reciprocate. She passed away a year ago, and I wish I would have shown her off more and say, hey, this is my wife. I'm so proud of her. She just did this yesterday, or she had this accomplishment. She's amazing. She's the love of my life. I'm so glad I found her. Regret number 252. I regret not listening to my wife's advice on seeking therapy. I was arrogant. I was thick-headed. I was stubborn. I thought help would be a waste of time. Professionals can guide you to work on root causes and get perspective on your problems. The next time around, if someone will have me, I'll be the first to suggest couples counseling if we run into a situation where we might need it. Relationship regret number 253. I regret sleeping with my best friend's ex-girlfriend. Now, he refuses to talk to me. I miss hanging out with my old bud. I'm not going to do that again. Regret number 254. As a man, I had to say goodbye to my little princess, who wanted more than I could give her. Like the song says, I give you all you want, and then you say you want more. I couldn't keep up. Some women insist on the princess treatment after marriage by refusing to cook and nurture the kids or contribute to the management of the home. They think they've got it made when they slip that ring on their finger and they can just start barking orders. No, it doesn't work like that. Regret number 255. Criticism is why we broke up. I was critical of everything he did, she said. For that reason and a few others, he walked out on me one day and never came back. Regret number 256. It wasn't until he left me that I realized that I was the source of my own unhappiness. I know now you can't have a successful relationship if both aren't invested in it. The more you engage in fun and friendship, the happier you'll be. A healthy relationship requires regular attention and no putting off the important things. As a divorced woman, I know this now. Better late than never, right?